Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Strawhat Sitdown crew in the building. We promoting to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin'. Every time an episode is dropping, we see D3 in the corner. Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YHuss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, Matt the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track, never whack, bring it back, and we are back with Strawhat Sitdown episode 61.
Ooh, sheesh. Let's get it.
I'm here with the gang as usual, man. Bro, I hate that sound. I don't even know why I said that shit. Cause you know, I work with the kids at the middle school, and they just do that dumb shit all the time.
Of course, that shit just rubs on you, bro.
Like, oh, I just got war flashbacks. But I'm here with the Strawhat Sitdown crew as usual, man. We got Strawhat Mod with us, but he's not with us at the moment. But he will be joining us shortly. We do got Mr. G in the building. Know what's going on, brother?
Yep, what's good, everybody? No shout outs today. We just
no
getting right into it.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's an off episode. We on a Monday. Mr. got no shout outs.
No shout outs,
running late, bro. You know, it's off. It's off.
Bro. Shout outs to Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves for winning that game yesterday.
That's real. That's real. D3 in the building. What's going on, brother?
Good job. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm a little lit, but
we active on a Monday.
A little bit.
Oh,
hey, okay.
I'm here for it. Last but not least, of course, that boy YHuss in the building. What's going on, my brother?
Yeah, I'm chilling, yo. Absolutely vibing, man. You know we're dedicated, bro, because a nigga is starving. You know,
I shouldn't be eating the mic right now. I'm sorry.
No, I don't care. I don't know. It's all good. No, I'm just saying, bro. We dedicated, bro.
You're a real one, YHuss. We appreciate your sacrifices, my brother. Much love. Yeah, we out here today. No chapter this week, so we decided to revisit our One Piece fighting game doc for our One Piece fighting game, War of the Worst. We decided to do it this week because there was recently an interview with IGN. I'm gonna pull it up right over here on the screen. But there was recently an interview with IGN where they had the opportunity to interview the YHuss CEO. For those of you guys that don't know, YHuss is a fighting game developing company. They've developed a lot of the recent anime fighting games, including Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is probably one of the most prominent ones in recent memory.
And without it, this podcast would not exist.
Right, because we all met each other.
We wouldn't have met each other.
100%.
That's true.
So yeah, because they are the prominent anime fighting game developers, especially when it comes to big IPs like Dragon Ball. When IGN interviewed the CEO, they decided to ask them if they've ever thought about tackling, One Piece and making a One Piece fighting game. I'm not gonna read their whole quote, but because it was more or less really ambiguous. They were saying, we can't confirm whether we can or can't, if we've started or not. You know what I'm saying? They then deferred to their fighting game team, I believe, and that it was a small team, only around 200 people in size, and that they can't really commit to one idea necessarily. It was a bunch of corporate mumbo jumbo, you feel me? But they did bring up the idea, so we decided to bring it back up ourselves. Because why not, right? We already started.
I hear the phrase "can or cannot," and that makes me think that it is happening.
You think so?
But, man,
I respect it. No, I respect it though. That's real. But I think you also got to think about what they're doing right now, right? Because they have 3 fighting games in rotation as far as like development, right? Because they're putting out another update for Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah. So
They're
that's
doing
not
another
bad.
world tour for that, right? So that's still in development.
Mhm.
Strive is still in development, although the fate of Strive right now is a little iffy because of the current state of the net play. But Strive is still.
They put out a thing about that recently, no?
Yeah, like probably last week.
Like an
all they
apology
said
type of
was,
shit?
"Hey, we're working on it," and it's been a month and a half, bro.
They didn't say like
That's tough.
there's a fixed insight. We just can't tell you when.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so
better than like we have no idea, right?
yeah. I mean, it's
I
something,
mean,
right?
they also said that the hacker didn't exist when we know that's just straight up cap.
You spitting? Why am I trusting Arxis, bro?
Exactly.
I'm on the
Bro,
wrong
I'm
side, my
telling you, bro,
fault.
this is a 5D chess right here, bro. They picked a game to kill so they can bring in the One Piece game.
Oh
This
shit,
nigga
yo!
I'm with it though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm with
Steps
it though.
ahead, yo. Let me find out, bro. But you know, but they do have these fighting games on their plate.
What's the
for
third one?
right now, anyway.
DNF.
DNF Duel.
Oh,
Man,
okay.
that game got 14 players, bro. That shit is not.
That hurt, man. That hurt.
I
And
bet kick you.
I was a DNF player, bro. Don't act like I wasn't. I was a DNF player.
I was as well at a point, and it sucks, but it's not necessarily wrong that their fan base has diminished a lot, and is definitely primarily because of the communication or the lack thereof that Arxis is given with the fan base.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they put DNF to the side and they crashed Strive for the One Piece fighting game. Maybe everything's coming together.
They didn't do Grand Blue, did they? That was someone else.
Oh no, you know, but wait, no,
they didn't do Grand Blue.
They didn't.
No, they didn't.
You're
No.
right. I'm bugging. Yeah, you're right.
What? Oh, I'm so sure.
No, they didn't do Grand Blue. Did they do Blaze Blue?
They
Yes.
did, but Blaze
Yeah.
Blue, they don't care. Well, not to say they don't care, but they aren't updating their Blaze Blue titles anymore. They gave TF rollback, and you know they haven't done much.
They gave it a rollback, pulled the
Yo,
Harada.
they did Grand Blue, by the way.
They did?
Yeah, they developed it. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I thought so.
I thought I was bugging for a sec. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are knee deep in this shit.
yeah, because they
Jeez,
got
they
the new
got-
Grand Blue coming out at some point this
Like-
year as well.
Yeah, like the. It's like a big update, right? It's like a plus
rollback,
type
new
of thing.
characters, new specials,
Yeah.
new mechanics. It's like a whole update.
Right. So that's 4 fighting games they got in some stage of development right now.
That's crazy.
So I would definitely take the One Piece question with a grain of salt. You know,
Of course.
At least for Marcus anyway.
Yeah,
But-
that's why we'll do it for them.
Right, exactly. That's what we're here for,
Exactly.
right? We already started the idea. We might as well keep going with it and see what happens. Maybe
Thanks.
Arxis is listening.
Hey, yo, bring us on board, Oxus, please.
We appreciate it. So we're gonna go back to the doc that we started a few months ago. We titled the game One Piece War of the Worst. We're gonna go over everything that we have so far. If you guys in the stream are checking it out, you have anything to say, please feel free to let us know in the chat. We're gonna go over it real quick, and anything that we see and want to talk about, we'll bring it up ourselves. But yeah, just like that. It was called War of the Worst. We're gonna make it a 2D fighter.
Yes.
1v1 fighter with 2 characters that you can pick for your assist. Some of the characters will be playable and can be used for assist, and some characters will be assist only. Each character will have 2 assist choices, either an A assist or a B assist. Assists will not have a very long cooldowns, and they cannot be called on block.
Gonna be called on block or while blocking?
Like on block as in while blocking.
Okay.
Well, okay, so you probably change the terminology there, right? Because on block would mean
Yeah,
While
on
you're
block would mean
making
while you're
them
hitting
block,
someone,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I not edit this? Oh my goodness, not like this. Not like this.
That does seem like an uneditable link. I'm not gonna lie.
Not like this. That's tough. I should have it. I made the
Bro,
doc, right? I
aren't
should be
you?
able to.
Didn't you make the
Right?
doc, bro?
I should
Yeah,
be
that's
able to.
crazy.
Okay, hold on. Let me move it to my other monitor real quick. I have so many docs, bro. This is terrible. Okay, there we go. Now I'm on the edited version. Say it again, bro.
No, you got it.
Okay, there we go.
I was about to say his episode's in shambles already.
It's almost day, man. It'd be like that. Okay, while blocking. Okay. There should probably be a cooldown between when when someone stops blocking and when they can call the assist, right? Because
like as in like Dragon Ball, right? Like where you can't call frame 1.
frame 1 off block,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like 20 frames of shit. Dragon Ball.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll put that in parentheses. Cooldown or calling assist, or it's not a cooldown. What would it be called? What's the terminology I'm looking for?
A lockout.
Assist lockout.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't gotta think about it too much right now. There's definitely a better word though, I'm sure.
No, I think assist lockout is good.
Yeah.
Okay, assist lockout off the block. Cool. We got team hyper combo where you can press both assist on block or on hit, making both assists come out at once and do a combined attack, which will create a longer cooldown for both assists. An assist is hit while it's on the field. It has a longer cooldown. Yeah, pretty deep in this. This is crazy.
Yeah, we did.
We really hate Vegito A, huh?
Yo, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real though. 4-button fighter, so it's gonna be light, medium, heavy, special. We wanted varying health and movement speed, so some characters will have bigger health and faster movement speed. Some characters will have the opposite, and vice versa, etc., etc. We decided to make our special mechanic for the game be Liberation Burst.
Yes.
That was a fire name. That was
My name is Fire.
That shit was fire, bro.
So they activate their Liberation Burst. It's going to be similar to Blaze Blue's Overdrive mode, where it freezes time for a moment when activated. And there will be no invul frames or hitbox when activated. And in this mode, characters will have special characteristics like low gear powers, hockey, etc., etc.
Is this closer to Blaze Blue, or would this be closer to like a V Trigger?
I feel like Blaze Blue and V Trigger are almost the same, no?
Yeah, low key, that was a crazy comparison. I didn't think about it.
like that.
Those are very similar. Yeah,
They both have the same characteristics, right? You activate one, and the characters gain new characteristics as well as some different frame data on the things.
I would say the only difference I can think of is that V Trigger is sometimes on a timer, or sometimes not on a timer, like Nikali.
And we want this one to be on a timer, right?
For sure.
I mean, would it be depending on the character though? Like, let's say for Lugia's, but like, let's say for like characters, let's say like Usopp, or you know what I mean, like, because I was thinking like Usopp, like his thing would be, let's just as an example, right? Like he gets access to all of his gadgets instead of like, and they don't have cooldown or some shit like that, you know, like.
I mean, I would say
like the question of like the timer would depend on how strong the mode is for the person. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think in
go ahead.
I think in the ideal fighter that we're trying to make, it would be everybody's liberation mode would be balanced enough to the point where they could all have the same timer.
Yeah, agreed.
That would be in our ideal fighter anyway, right? Because we don't want a character to be more overpowered. Because if they're more overpowered, but the timer is, even if the timer is less, you know, fighting game niggas are gonna find a way to win the game even with that less timer, right? Because the character's more broken, right? So I think, ideally, we'd want them all to have the same timer.
Okay.
Agreed. And then and also another thing is we'd have to like go individually, like who shouldn't have a timer, who should have a timer. That's another problem that will come with that.
Question: is it per round?
Right? Yeah. Is it per round?
Yeah.
We didn't. I don't think we talked about how we would build up this meter, right?
No, we didn't.
So in Blaze Blue, it works. You build up that meter throughout playing the game by hitting combos, blocking, moving around the screen, using your specials. Everything that you do in the game builds up the meter. So, and then once you have it, you can hold on to it in between rounds. And then when you lose it, you build it up again in between rounds. So the meter is consistently in motion in between rounds. You don't like get it back again at the start of the next round.
Like burst in Guilty Gear. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Question. Can you do it multiple times in one round? No, right? Or is it just like
it's built so that you can't, like, technically you could.
You could be building up.
But the game builds it slow enough so that it's physically impossible within the time limit to build up.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you like do it immediately somehow. Yeah, like it's got to be like
even
really.
If you do it immediately, because even if you were to do it immediately in Blaze Blue, with the amount of damage you do in a combo and stuff, like the round would be over.
Okay, the round. Okay.
Do enough to build another.
Yeah, definitely not in a round. Definitely not in a round. I thought it was a game. Because I think
he
it's
said
playable.
round,
You
right?
can,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was asking
So-
like for
round is
rounder
OG.
or a rounder game.
Let me ask real quick. How do you get more meter from doing damage or taking damage? Because I don't want this to be like Street Fighter where you kind of get shit on for the entire game, and then you get V trigger and you just come back on somebody.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
you're talking about building as opposed to in terms of building the liberation or whatever.
Yeah, you get more by being the aggressor or more by the defender.
Yeah, I think it would definitely.
That's hard. That's a really hard one.
I guess that's a real pivotal one though, right?
You gotta
'Cause
really think about it, yeah.
That defines
Yeah,
how the game
that defines
plays,
That
right?
defines the style of game it's gonna be.
What do you guys think? So you said, what did you compare it to? You compared it to Drive
And Street Fighter, yeah,
Street
in
Fighter.
Street Fighter, because like in Street Fighter, you could still build it a lot when you're behind. Like your V gauge, you build it while you're blocking, and it kind of turns into a comeback mechanic almost.
Oh, it's
So-
definitely a comeback mechanic. Yeah, it is the
Right.
definition of yeah.
Yeah, right. So let me ask you how you guys feel about comeback mechanics in fighting games.
They're corny.
I
Like, just
I
wait,
mean,
so just flat out, there shouldn't be any comeback mechanics. Like, just flat out
No.
corny.
I don't think.
I don't think there shouldn't be any comeback mechanics, but shit like Limit Break and like season 3 V triggers, that shit was not balanced, bro.
So you think that so as long as they're within reason, they're okay.
As long as they're within reason, they're okay. but
Right. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Misty, you gonna
There's
say
a,
something?
there's a fine line between them being reasonable and being exploitable as shit.
Yeah, no, that's fair 100% because a lot I definitely, especially you brought up Limit Break, I definitely feel like a lot of, especially in recent fighting games, comeback mechanics have definitely been a lot more prevalent, and a lot of fighting games have tried to make it so that you can come back no matter what.
Yeah.
And then once it gets to a certain extent, it definitely becomes you can just win the game at any point. You don't even got to worry when you're down. You know what I mean? And you definitely should.
Oh, it. I mean, because I feel like the most hype games have some form of comeback mechanic, right? Like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like I remember like that watching that. It just having like that glimmer, that little bit of hope, you know, like so it's just not a wash, one-sided, you know, because you could get one all like. I feel like it gives the either side a chance really, because one could do a hard comeback while the other person then comes back on that comeback, you know. So I just feel like it brings more hype into the equation.
Okay.
Yeah, this is tough, man. This is actually a hard question to answer.
Well, I mean, I think that the discussion definitely helps a little bit, right? So we definitely want Liberation Burst to be a little bit of a comeback mechanic.
Yeah.
We want it to be I think we really want it to be versatile, right? We want it to, if you're in the lead, you can pop it and then hit a super combo to finish your character, finish off, or hit like a crazy 50-50 to get the kill, right? Or if you're on defense, you can pop it and have the opportunity to, be in a position where you can, with your newfound characteristics, to make that comeback. But I don't think we want it to be a get off me tool, right? Because we said that there's no interval frames or hitbox.
Yeah, you got to really think about when you use it.
Right, so you can't just pop it on defense and voila, you're out.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if that's the case, then we maybe should make it a little bit more lenient on the defensive side, because if you can't really call it defensively, and because this game seems like it's very hyper offensive in terms of what we're trying to do with it, I think it would make sense for you to be able to build more meter playing defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I think it only makes sense for it to be get you more for being hit than doing damage. I think because like Renzo said, it's designed to be a comeback mechanic, and like most of them are, they give it to you because it's like it will create. And Mr. brings up a great point about the hype of a match in terms of like when it's really coming to the crescendo of like late game. Boom! This guy V triggers. This guy V triggers. Like V triggers an ass like version of it. But in terms of like the hype it brings, I think it's pretty fair that it can be it will be a more for getting hit than doing damage. And like Alex said, it's already very offensive, so it would kind of be overwhelming.
Yeah, it's already very right, because all these characters are already going to get new characteristics, whether it's frame data or new specials, whatever the case may be, right? They're already going to get extra offense when they pop it. And you already can't pop it on defense, so at the very least, you definitely should be able to build more meter. So let's try and put that into words on the doc. Let's say Liberation Burst is on a meter. Fills. How do I word this? Liberation burst meter fills. There we go. Liberation burst meter fills. Can I? Real. Are there any games? You said. I know you. We keep going back to Street Fighter, right? So I don't play Street Fighter, so I'm trying to get a gauge on it from what you guys are telling me. So is Street Fighter like this where you get? Well, how does V trigger work? Enlighten me on how you build V trigger meter, or how
it's actually taking damage. He's right. It's mostly taking damage.
It's mostly so it is exactly like this.
Well, there's two ways to build V trigger. You either build V trigger by blocking, or you build V trigger by using your V skill.
Okay.
So, like for example, I played Birdie. I would eat donuts or I would eat something on the ground. Every time I did that, it gave me a little bit of V meter. But mainly, you got it when you were blocking, and you got more depending on what move you block. So you got the least if you block the light, and the most if you block the heavy.
Okay. All right. So that's kind of the this is a sick mechanic. It's becoming a cross between V trigger and overdrive.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. All right. So we'll say liberation burst meter fills throughout the game. While and then we'll say it fills more defensive options.
Does it lock out your assists, or can you still use your assists?
It depends on how powerful we want the.
I agree. I feel we have to look at the character's burst, and then we got to think about it after if they don't deserve it.
So, because if we want all the bursts to be balanced, then they're all going to be kind of cheap, then we should decide if they're need assist or not. Because honestly, if they're broken enough by themselves, then I think throwing assist into that would just make it to where people would get hit for burst and then pop both their assists and just 50-50 somebody for 7 seconds until they die,
That sounds a lot like Spark.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
That mechanic, yeah.
So we're saying you shouldn't be able to call your assist while liberation, or we're saying it depends.
I think it depends
see.
It depends on the magnitude of how strong liberation burst is.
Right.
And I agree, and I don't think it should be strong enough to where you're a one-man army. I still think the core game play shouldn't change.
Right.
So I still think, honestly, we should still be able to use this.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I don't know, in the world of One Piece though, I feel like, let's say again, characters like Akainu, Lugia types, I feel like they don't need it, you know what I mean? Then you got others like, let's say Usopp or Nami, they could have them still use it. I don't know,
But my thing with the liberation burst and the essence of One Piece, the fights are built around niggas running ones. So when you get liberation burst, I'm not sure if that it makes sense thematically, I guess, to make them not have any assists, because most people in One Piece, all the fights have been 1-on-1. But
okay, yeah, no, you're right. That makes sense.
I'm not entirely sure because that could make people broken. Well,
Okay.
Smoke empty vanish.
So we can just keep it as is.
I really do feel like changing the game feel is a bit too much just for this buff. You know what I mean? Because it shouldn't be too crazy. Yo, what do you mean spitting? You know what?
I love gaslight. Love gaslight.
That's so real.
Nah, bro. But anyway, so let's. I feel like we should just rush to talk about the roster.
Okay. So you want to just run through the rest of it?
Yeah, because we kind of talked. We really went through these. I feel like the last few points, like the meter, the supers, we talked those to death last time.
Yeah, I think that's where we actually got hung up last time.
Yeah,
I'm down with it. So
let's just run.
Okay, so we can just run straight to the roster. If anybody's interested in looking at the rest of the doc and wondering how we got to the rest of it, feel free to check out the last 2 videos or podcast episodes, One Piece Spoiler Wars 1 and 2. We'll put the links in the description. We'll put the links in the description so you guys can check them out. All right, let's go into characters then. I'm going to make a new title. Now for the characters, we have a list of 24 characters that we want on base roster. We're not going to go too in depth on each character, right? We're not going to do the exact frame data and what every single normal is going to look like. That's crazy, right? We want to do a general overview of what we want the character to play like. Maybe some special moves and some supers or some ultimates or whatever, and we'll call it a day. Real quick, how did we say that we were doing supers in this again?
We had I remember us saying we have what was it, 3 bars total? We have 1 bar super and a 2 bar super, and we have half bar EXs.
Yeah.
Yep.
EX moves close. Okay. It was
Also,
supers very.
Mod City's ready. I don't know.
You
What
can just
that
join.
entails, though.
You could have just joined.
Yeah.
He's in here. You could have just pulled up. And I'm crying. It says here that we said each super that the supers vary in property and how many each character has, but they all would cost 1 bar.
Okay.
And then each character would also have a 3 bar ultimate super, which is really only would be used for damage. Okay. Keeping that in mind, I guess we'll just start with the OG, right? Wait, before we do that, we got a special entrance in the building, Mr. Strawhat Mod.
What's good, brother?
There he
What's
is.
good, y'all? What's good? Sorry for the delay.
I don't accept your apology. Now what?
Oh shit!
I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
Wait,
It's all right.
I got you. I'll take Crocodile off my top 30 list.
Let's go! Let's go! You're welcome now. It's good. It's all good now. It's all gravy.
This nigga's a hater, bro.
Oh man.
Nah, it's all good though, man. We're glad to have you here. We went over.
He didn't say he was putting Doflamingo on that shit though.
You know what? I'm gonna take my win. I'm gonna take my win.
You can take
I'm
what
gonna
you
take
get.
my win where I can get it. You feel me?
Yep.
Before you got here though, we went a little bit over the things that we went over last time. We went a little bit more in depth on the Liberation Burst.
Okay.
And we talked about the meter gain, and how you would gain meter for the burst and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we decided for this episode, we just wanted to kind of flesh out a little bit more of the characters. Really, that was like our big focus.
See, because I wanted to see everyone's input, but I know we was trying to get to the characters too, so I didn't know.
Yeah, no,
which way I wanted
I
to
know.
go.
I'm just like, bro, I had no idea what the plan was. That's why.
Yeah, you feel me? So we're gonna. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so the Liberation Burst, that was for like the awakening stuff, right?
Awakening,
Right.
trigger, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. And y'all wanted to like increase the meter gain for that?
No, so what we did was we were just talking about how it would fill throughout the game. So we decided that to fill your Liberation Burst would be very similar to. It's kind of a mix between BlazBlue's Overdrive and Street Fighter's V-Trigger, where you will fill meter throughout the round naturally while moving and blocking and fighting and doing combos and stuff. When you use it, it will activate on a timer, and when it deactivates, you can fill up the meter again, but you won't just get it at the start of every round or whatever. It has to fill naturally throughout the course of a set or throughout the course of a game.
Okay.
And we also said that because the game is hyper offensive and we have a lot of offense going for the game, we wanted the meter to fill more defensively when you block. So it would fill more through blocking than through attacking and moving and whatnot.
Okay, so all right, and not keep the same meter for each round, right? Because
No, you would keep. So whatever your bar is at last round, it would be at, and the round ends, it would be at the next round.
Okay, all right, continues, carries over. Okay,
Right.
That's fair enough.
Right.
All right, I think that's cool. I don't see anything wrong with that personally.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So let's get into the characters then. We're gonna go over the characters. We said we were gonna do. I don't know if I said it when he was here. But we said we're gonna do an little overview of how we want the character to play. Some of their specials and their supers and their ultimate, and then like that. You know, we're not gonna go in depth on frame data or every single normal. Just a general overview of the characters, right? Yeah. So I guess we'll go ahead and start with the main boy himself, Monkey D. Luffy.
To go.
All right, go ahead. If anybody wants to go ahead and take the.
I was gonna say, the one thing we need to not do is make this nigga aggressive Dawson.
Make him what?
Aggressive Dawson, because I know he can stretch, but
I guess it's gonna be hard to not compare Luffy to Dhalsim, right? At the end,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard because
we got aggressive Dhalsim in 5, and niggas just hate playing.
I don't
against
see.
that character.
To be fair though, I don't see Luffy being any other archetype though. To be honest with you,
Well,
I
wait,
I see him. I don't see him being anything but a rushdown.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree. So I think for his long, like his moves, like pistol and rifle, we could probably give them a lot of startup.
Mm-hmm.
So could those be his supers?
Well,
I mean, if he did pistol and rifle, if they were
his
startup,
I meant his specials. I'm sorry, not his. I meant specials.
yeah. So, what I was thinking about specials is they could be pistol, rifle, and Gatling. I think that would be a good way to.
well, hold up. Can I?
Yeah. Of
Go
course.
ahead.
So, I think we should start off with like, I know this is Luffy, and I'm not thinking about like necessarily like DLC per se, but let's say in a hypothetical world, there's like, oh, we want to add like a Gear 5 Luffy down the line or something like that, right?
We already established that.
Brother, he is number 2 on
Right.
this. Don't worry.
Right. But so this Luffy, you know how different fighting games have different versions of the same character.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
I don't know if y'all trying to do that, bro. I'm not trying to do that shit. I ain't going cap.
I'm saying if there were any case for that, it would be Luffy.
It
because
would be
Luffy has
Luffy.
a wide range.
Because he's got a lot of
moves.
shit.
Yeah. So, and we're trying to fit like a lot of his iconic stuff into the character. I know we are. So, making his special moves just strictly pistol and rifle, I feel like is a little bit too on the low end. I think that's like pre-time skip Luffy type.
I was gonna say we could do pre and post time skip.
I think pre-time skip could be DLC. I think pre-time skip could be DLC, right?
I mean, yeah, they did it with Base Goku.
Literally.
Right.
But yeah, because I agree with Mod. He has too many moves to make it difficult, like to make it easy to differentiate what to use. But even then, I would say if we said pre-time skip, post-time skip, pre-time skip would be like the basic shit. Like,
Yeah.
it would be Gatling, it would be pistol, it would be bazooka, that kind of thing.
So let's establish what Luffy we're using here and what forms we want him to use.
Didn't we say it was?
We said post time skip, right? But if we say that we want to spread his stuff out, is that so? That's all we want to do is pre-time skip, post-time skip, Gear 5.
I'd be cool with that.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay,
I don't want to have
we're
8
fine
million Luffys in the game. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Gear
So, you know what
4
we can
Cobra
do?
has to be like his.
right, so
I guess it's super, right?
what I'm thinking is
Yeah,
we
because
can
that's
also
supposed to be the liberation. The Liberation Awakening.
Yeah, that
right?
could be Liberation Burst for New World Luffy.
Gear 4, right?
Gear
Yeah.
4 Cobra
Yeah.
and Snake Man,
Yeah.
or just
Uh,
Gear 4?
I think
I
Bounce Man.
Oh,
Why not?
I heard
I feel like he
Cobra,
should
that's
be able
why
to
I
use
said
all
that.
of them.
Just Bound. I think it's just Boundman, and then maybe I don't know.
What if he just the game doesn't have like it has to be traditional, but like what if in a sense like when he went into New World, post time skip Luffy, when he was in Boundman, he could do Snake Man attacks. Like he just swapped the Snake Man real quick. Like obviously it's not what he does in the show, but if we do it
in-
for a
in-
fighting
in-
game.
in-
Why don't he be doing that, bro?
Yeah, that's
Oh
what
well,
he's doing.
then
right
yeah, like we could just do that
Yeah,
with post time skip.
I
Like
feel
he
like
could
he just
be
have all of them. Yeah.
yeah, base form Boundman, but some of his special moves could be like King Cobra, or whatever the fuck it was called, and
Yeah,
you
or
know,
it could be a
Even
super.
versus Doflamingo, he used Python in Boundman.
okay, then yeah, it works out.
Oh, so you know what? We should probably also talk about the character's liberation mode as well, right? What exactly it's gonna entail.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So for Luffy's liberation, we're saying he turns Gear 4. So it's an instant.
Yeah, New World. I mean, I keep saying New World. Post time skip.
But
Yeah, just Luffy. Let's not think about pre-time skip. Just Luffy, and then pre-time skip will be like a character later on.
yeah,
Let's
that'll
just
be a
leave that.
different character. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
so this one is gonna be a gear. It would be a Gear 4 install, right?
Yeah, Gear 4 install.
What would that entail necessarily besides? So we're saying the specials would change along with
Yeah,
character
you'd have
doing this as well.
new special moves. I think his normals would stay relatively the same, but I think you could
What
add
if-
like a
what
effect to
if-
make them. But
Yeah. What if his normals do multiple hits instead of like sting
I-
hits before?
yeah, I was just about to say
I like that. I
Like,
actually
it'd be
like that.
multi-hit.
Yeah, that'd be fire. Yeah,
Because you
That-
think
that
about
would
it,
be
right?
that's fire. That's
As
fire.
Python's going, it still like keeps going, you know, so it's still like
Yeah.
hitting you.
Yeah.
I was also thinking like so like in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Wolverine, if you mash, he does Swiss cheese, right? It goes
Mhm.
crazy. So what if like Luffy, like if you mash, like he does his Gatling, goes into his Gatling, or
That would be cool.
or something like that.
Yeah, that could be like his normal special move, even if you wanted to. But make that like so in most other One Piece games where they include post time skip Luffy, his special moves are like augmented or like just off the gate. Like if you did like Gatling and like Burning Blood, it's like it's gear second Gatling.
I agree. That's how it should be. That's definitely how I see it.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that's how you incorporate everything, like
Yeah.
all the forms. I also
Yeah.
think Luffy should have a special mechanic where he could, because most of it, his like big, like not big attacks, not like the single ones, but like the multi-hit ones. If you mash, you could do more damage. Like he keeps going or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mash for
Yeah.
extra hits or whatever, or more damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You
That's
could
cool.
even use some meter, I guess, you know, and then like you see an animation, he goes into the eyes, you know, when it looks at his eyes, and then he starts going ham or something like that.
All right, so let's decide on the actual moves that we want for his special, right? So I think Gatling definitely has to be one, right? Gatling
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Gear second version specifically.
yeah.
We could have. See, we could put Bazooka and then like have the EX version be what's the
Like
hockey one?
elephant.
Yeah,
Oh,
elephant.
okay.
It could be
Elephant
elephant gun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty cool.
You said elephant gun?
Gear 2 is definitely. Oh, okay, the hockey version.
Yeah, like he could do Bazooka as a special move, but the EX version will be elephant gun.
Yeah, which is the gear third hockeyed up
Yeah.
bazooka version, basically.
What would the EX of Gatling be?
Honestly, I think it would just be more hits. I don't really think
Maybe
ever-
he uses hockey.
Yeah, like the extra hits will be
Oh, so it'll be
his hands
Hawk?
turn hockey.
Yeah, it would be Hawk Gatling. Shout out to the last
Yeah.
episode. Someone was like, that was a
Yeah,
move.
Hawk Gatling, yeah.
Oh, I'm crying. Shout out to the last chapter for real, whatever chapter that was.
Whatever chapter that was, I just know we was on the wiki and shit. That was hilarious.
Yeah, Hawk Gatling. We could do that.
EX becomes and gives more hits. Okay. And then we said elephant gun. Or wait, what was it?
Bazooka as his
Bazooka.
normal special move, and then EX would be elephant gun.
Okay, wait, we gotta talk about that because Bazooka is not. Elephant Gun is just like, isn't Elephant Gun just like his hockey level Gear 3 pistol?
I thought elephant gun was when he put both of his hands back and
Whatever one that one is, that one should probably be the one to make
that's
it.
elephant.
Because that's the one that he finished off Caesar with.
Clown with, it was Grizzly Magnum.
Grizzly
Grizzly
Magnum.
That's what it was.
Yes,
Grizzly
sir.
Magnum.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Don't worry. Hold
Yeah.
your applause. Hold your applause.
I like Bazooka as being probably maybe his more long range special. Like maybe this is the one that goes a little bit farther because he's stretching out a little bit more.
yeah,
Right.
And it has a longer
okay.
cooldown, you know, so they can get punished if whiffed.
yeah, just so they can't throw it out and then
Yeah.
constantly keep doing it. That makes sense. I think should that be the move that gives him like Oki too, since it would have startup and like knock them away. I feel like it would make the most sense, right?
The
No,
move
that
gives
doesn't
him
matter.
Loki?
Yeah, that probably doesn't matter right now in this situation, but I could see that.
I'm just talking about it. It's cool. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know if you give something like this knockdown, because to be able to hit you full screen and then get knocked down, and then for me to just run up and that would I'd be really annoyed.
I
I'm
feel
not gonna
like
lie.
Bazooka is definitely a combo ender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's a
Yeah,
combo
yeah,
under, shouldn't
I
give
get
Oki?
it. Yeah,
I
I
guess
feel
so.
like it should-
No, I guess
that
so.
should be a
I
knockdown
respect
move.
it.
Because he definitely ended a lot of niggas with that shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
true.
saying.
That's true.
It makes sense.
Okay, so we'll say shoots both hands forward, a long range, gives knockdown for.
Maybe his overhead could be Gungam Stamp or Axe Kick or whatever that shit was.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, so are we doing a universal overhead, or is
we were
everyone
talking
getting?
about that before the episode. We didn't talk about
Yeah.
it. A lot of anime fighters have universal overheads. Are we doing that
a
as
lot
well?
of them. I don't think we have to.
I think that we would have to consider that when we consider giving characters overheads, because a lot of characters that have overheads are normally balanced around the universal overhead. Actually, I take that back, because I'm thinking about it in terms of like fighters and Strive. Well,
yeah, I was gonna say Dragon Ball for sure, but Guilty Gear niggas have like 17, 19 frame overheads.
Yeah.
When Dust is not that fast.
Yeah. So I guess it's just something to think about at the end of the day.
Yeah. We don't have to show that right now.
It was Grizzly Magnum, right?
Yes, that's the version.
I'm going to the bathroom. Be right back.
No problem.
There,
So
bro.
I'll just put more damage for now. We can pick something later. So we have 2 specials, and then we want to make his overhead a special.
That's the only idea I had. I was gonna say
it could-
how many
it could
specials
just
do
be
we want to have.
It could just be a command normal. Like,
Okay, no, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out if we wanted to do this because we're doing specials right now.
Yeah. I think the next question should be like, how many specials do we want to have?
I think 3 to 4 is okay.
3 to 4. 4
Yeah,
max.
approved. Yeah.
Okay.
3 minimum,
Okay,
4
okay,
max.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's
Unless it's a character that has like a lot of shit like Usopp, then it would be like, hey, like just general example, Usopp would
Yeah.
have a special that would have him dig in his bag. You could press a button and it would give him something different to
Right.
load up with. Like
Right.
something like that would be fine.
I agree. Maybe
some
Chopper
characters
as well.
might have
Something like that too.
some variations or some expansions on their specials.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need at least one more for Luffy. We got Gatling, we got Banus. Oh, we got to do pistol, right?
Mhm.
Or like jet pistol.
Yeah, you can jet pistol. Is it based? I think
That's kind of hard.
Yeah,
That's kind
yeah.
of hard.
Actually-
Yeah.
Actually, no. So Burning Blood, when they had that with Luffy on. Well, is it Jet? Yeah. They got Jet Pistol on Burning Blood, and even in J Stars. But in J Stars, it was an extension to Gatling. And then on whatchamacallit, on Burning Blood, it was just like a 3-hit move, but he used both hands at the end of it. I'm thinking that if you make it a special move, you can, and it'll be like his quick long range move. And then the EX version is Red Hawk.
That's fire, first and foremost. But I want to say that our oh wait, no pun intended, holy. But I just want to say that so I feel like the concern with pistol as a special move for Luffy, especially jet pistol, is that like D3 said, like having Luffy be a rushdown fighter and having a quick long range tool feels kind of like
That's fair. That's
You
fair.
know what I mean?
Question. What is Luffy's special button? So is it like you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. So
'Cause-
wait, isn't that basically a whole nother set of moves essentially,
Yo,
or
we
like?
we talked about the button layout, but we didn't talk about exactly what the special would do.
You-
Right? That's a good idea.
yeah,
well maybe
You know what I'm
maybe
saying?
maybe it could just be a special button like
because like our characters doing quarter circle forward, you know, like attack. Are we doing those type of inputs, or are we doing like
I mean, well,
special button?
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I'd like an input game, honestly.
I like an input game personally too. I
Me
mean,
too.
I think we all would, right?
Yeah.
so
how about like we still have like Grand Blue has a special button, but also
They do.
has inputs,
It has the input, yeah.
and it would just we don't have to think about it right now in terms of like how we would exactly balance it, because in Grand Blue the special version of the move has more cooldown, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's something to think about. But basically my point is that we could have, because I can't think of if we have real specials like this, I can't think of what an S button would be for these niggas. You know what I mean?
what I'm thinking is, I'm sorry, Marty, you want to go ahead?
No, go ahead.
Just because we've been following a lot of Blaze Blue trends, Blaze Blue has a drive button in the same way that Dragon Ball has a special button, and it is literally just a fourth special. It's basically just a fourth special that operates differently depending on the character, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, Mew 12 is the character that I play in Blaze Blue. She throws out steins with these little lasers, So her drive button, her special button, she throws out a laser when you press it, and then quarter circle forward fires the laser off, and then quarter circle back makes the laser explode.
That's pretty cool.
Like Valkenheim.
This was a goated game.
Right, it's sick, right? Valkenheim is a wolf character. His special turns him into wolf form, and you press it again, it reverts him back to human form. Right, so this button just basically differs between each character. It's a universal mechanic, but it differs between each character, right?
Yeah, and it gives everyone something completely different than everyone else. It could be so different. Like the idea with Android 21 and her stealing moves or whatever.
Yeah, it's like that.
But it's drastically different for everybody across the board. Like it's so.
I like that. It makes him. It gives the character. Okay, so for Luffy, what if it gives him access to hockey, like you could see it on him or some shit like that.
So I actually remember this for Luffy. I think we either when I gave that suggestion, I was like, he could either have a hockey meter, a hockey meter tied to his S button, but I don't remember what our solution was when it came to Lokia's though, because I think
all that stuff got wrapped into Liberation Burst.
Okay. So then, if that's the case, then we could still do that, and it'll be like higher attack power or whatever. But another idea is make the S button gear set, just straight up gear second, like straight up.
Just put him into gear 2, and then he just moves faster or whatever.
Yeah, move faster, different property. Yeah, moves do a little bit different properties, maybe, but the meter goes down.
I don't think the properties of the move should change too much because they're already changing between Liberation as well.
Should the meter go heavy? Are we doing light, medium, heavy specials? By the way, I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Light, medium, and heavy is EX.
So I got a question. If we did that way, when he goes into gear 2, should it just power up his next special move instead of just installing him all across the board?
He's already going to have it. He already has it installed.
He's already going to have it installed with Liberation Meter. I think it should just be to power up his next special.
I like it, but I think it's a little too bare for an S button move.
To be fair, this is our first S button.
And then it's Luffy. Luffy's kind of going to be the poster,
So what if?
That's something to think about. That's something to really think about. Though.
Like basic but effective.
Yeah, like he has to like kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Shoto, like kind of Shoto-ish.
Yeah. What if we don't have him at first going full screen? You know what I mean? But when he accesses this. He could go full screen, or he gets a wider range of for his moves and shit like that.
I think if you want to do something kind of small for him, because he's already has the Gear 4 install. I think I like the idea that it powers up one move that D3 had. So what if the next move is Advanced Conquer Saki?
That could be cool.
Okay, so we could I'm fine with this. So we just go with D3's thing. That's fine, and then we just say that it's Advanced Conquer Saki. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and then it could really have a drastic effect, because depending on how long basically depending on how you have to set it up.
And that was still oh good.
Rio is pretty much Conqueror's hockey, right?
No.
I think it's kind of in the sense of you have to put your hockey outside of you, but it's not regular hockey, it's advanced, it's Conqueror's hockey, so it's kind of similar, I think.
That's the age-old question.
Yeah, this thing did not explain that shit.
Yeah, that's that. I would.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can make it so that his I don't know, because I think visually it would be sick. You see him you apply the hockey on you, and then you see the lightning coming off or some shit like that. That'd be pretty sick. But you can't use it for too long. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we could either do it one of two ways, right? We could have it power up a special move, or we could have it power up a normal or a special move. Because if we did it to where
any move in general,
if we make it I was just about to say D3. I think you can do that. Just make it tied, because hockey in the show is draining. They confirmed that. So with Conqueror's hockey, just make it tied to a meter. With the S button, and as soon as you hit that S button, until you turn it off or whatever, it's constantly draining slowly, and then it drains in chunks when you're attacking while it's on, and then you basically got to meter manage the S button.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I'm saying
I
should it
like
be-
that idea, but also there's like at this point we have 3 meters, right? Think about for Luffy's Gear 4 install, his regular meter for EX moves, and then a third.
No, but
That's all.
it could just go off his regular meter, right? The meter that we're using already.
That's fine. I fuck with that.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
And that really puts you at a disadvantage.
The reason I'm trying to ask is because we could, like, if we do it with the normals, it could add a layer of depth to the character for like the advanced players, because you could have specific routes that start with a hockey version of like a medium punch or a heavy kick or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I like that because you would definitely get like specific routes and shit, like where you gotta like go in and out of gear 2 and do that would be sick. Or Conqueror's Hockey, whatever we decided.
Yeah. And Conqueror's Hockey will add an extra hit effect that's unique or something.
You know what though? I'm thinking about it. What if we settled on 3 bars, right? 3 bars, 1 bar super, and 3 bar ultimates. I think draining meter might be a little bit much. I think that chunking is just fine.
That's why
I agree. I agree. And sorry, Ethan, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I said I'd still just like the idea of it just powering up the first normal or first special you use.
Yes,
that way you can just sit on
and
and still
also
play the mind game of like, hey, when am I going to use this?
But the mind game, okay, I was actually gonna say something interesting to that, is that because we're talking about chunking versus draining, I feel like there should still be maybe like it doesn't last forever. Like I gotta use this shit eventually.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's why the meter will be drained or whatever, right? Like,
nah, but I think that what I'm saying is I don't think there's enough meter in the game with how it's looking right now for him to have sitting there in Conqueror's Hockey and then playing neutral, and for it to be constantly draining, and for him to get the hit and then it chunks, and then for him to still be able to do
build
a
meter,
full combo and build meter. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
Simple
I'm saying if it does
just
chunk,
put a timer on it.
Yeah, right.
yeah, exactly.
No,
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. So if it does chunk instead of drain, basically, so like I have to use it in the next 5 seconds, otherwise it goes away, and I'll have just wasted that meter if I don't get to use it.
So does it like refill every? Oh, wait a minute.
It's your regular meter, so you just get it however you get it, right?
No, so you can use the S button unlimited.
Injustice, right? Like Injustice.
I've never played Injustice. I
did not play
that. For real?
I played it like as a
Oh,
kid.
no.
I don't remember shit about it.
So that reminds me of Injustice, the character traits.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Character traits. So basically, as soon as you hit the button, you have a set time limit to when you can, fully utilize the trait, depending on the character.
So like for as an example, Atrocitus, when you used his character trait, he had Dexter, another character, pop up, right, and then he'd be throwing projectiles, and you could control that, like where he's throwing it for that a specific amount of time. And then it refills throughout the match, of course, and you can keep using it, but like.
Exactly. So that, like, Luffy basically, as soon as you hit the S button, Luffy turns on Conqueror's Hockey, and he has a set amount of time to when he can use it, whether it's in neutral, combos, whatever. And then when it's done, it turns off, and then it slowly refills until you can hit S again. Like,
I was thinking that like because when we were thinking about this, I thought of Nami, and I'd be sick when she uses S. She calls out Zeus, and then all her attacks is like amplified with Zeus and stuff like that.
Lightning and shit. I mean? Yeah, that'd be. I think that's what we were talking. No, but you know what? We also have to remember liberation
that'd be
mode
more of a
too.
liberation thing.
Yeah, right. Because I think we did say that for liberation mode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We have to remember that we have to. If we're gonna do it this way, then we have to keep in mind that we're gonna want 2 special mechanics for each character, right? One for the S button and then one for the liberation. Just something to keep in mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we got his S button, right? Powers for Conqueror's Hockey, and the next normal special does more damage with less startup. There's a timer on the conk mode, and when the next normal special is used, it chunks meter. So that's good, right?
Yeah.
We wanted one more special, at least one more special. We got Gatling and Bazooka.
Can we? I don't know if y'all will count this as an extra special, but could Luffy potentially do like what I think YHuss suggested this earlier, Gatling in the air or stamp Gatling.
Pound type of
Okay,
thing.
so it could be the same. It could be the
It's just-
same.
it's just like
as
air
Gatling,
okay.
just in the air.
Yeah, like air okay. Type.
Yeah, I think at that point you could just add an arrow kit to go with Gatling, no?
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
so.
So I'm confused. Is this a different special, or is this just the air version of Gatling?
It's just air version of Gatling.
So then I would just put air
Would be-
okay here.
Do we want to
So we
make
still
the
need
air
another
version?
special then.
Do we want to make the air version? Does it change into Stamp Gatling, or do you just do an air Gum Gum Gatling?
I mean, if it's air okay, there's no point in changing the whole thing
that's
at that point, right?
Yeah.
I feel
So
like that's
Stamp
just.
Gatling will be a drastically different move then.
I feel like if you want to do it that way, I mean, but if
Yeah,
that's
and
the
then
case,
it's kind of redundant. Yeah.
no, yeah, but if that's the case, then we can just make it Gatling on the ground, and then Stamp is a whole different special in the air.
That's also that works fine too. I definitely agree.
Okay.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was Paul's idea to begin with.
Yeah, I was kind of like,
yeah, but I went in circles,
yeah.
and I apologize.
oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Ooh,
Is it Stamp?
you
I, don't
give
know.
it-
I think I'm mixing up the English and the Japanese names.
No, it's
anyway,
definitely
but-
Stamp Gatling. Where like I think so.
I thought it was Stamp
I'm on his
Gatling,
page right
but
now.
I could be.
Isn't that when he's kicking the ground?
No, you're right. Because Stamp is just one hit, and then
Yeah.
Stamp. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it could
Yes.
just be Stamp instead of Gatling. It could just be Stamp.
It could
No,
be.
oh yeah,
Then it would be a whole. Then it would be a whole other
He
special.
then turned Gatling.
No, but
like,
that, it
you know,
is
and
a
then he
whole other
mashes.
special, right? It's a whole other special already. That's what I'm saying. Instead of having two Gatlings, maybe we make this one just a Stamp. So it could
I
be
can
we
fuck
could
with
make
that.
it a little bit different.
I
Yeah.
can fuck with that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it would be an air version, I assume.
It would be an air only special, right? So you can
Yeah,
only
yeah,
do
yeah,
it in
yeah.
the air, right?
Okay.
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 So that's when he just shoots both his legs downward, right?
I don't remember.
There's two of them. There's one where he like, oh no, I'm thinking of Axe. So there's like Axe.
Actually, he
then
brings
there's
his foot
Stamp,
all the
but
way
yeah.
up and then
Yeah,
I
brings
think
it
he's on the
down.
block
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I feel like Axe would be the overhead. No.
I'm saying,
Axe
bro.
could be the overhead. That's a good one to keep in mind. Actually, I like that.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
No, but no, you're right. Stamp is 2 feet.
Wait, he just shoots both his feet downward, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wait, is it when he puts his feet together, like, and just aims downward? Because there's
Yeah.
where his toes are like pointing down, right?
No, I think
Yeah.
that's a different one.
No,
That's a different move,
yeah,
that's a different move,
yeah,
right? That's a
yeah,
different move.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
That's
a different
Spear.
Yes, that's
Spear,
Spear.
yeah,
Okay, yo, you're
What
the
the
man for
fuck
that one.
was
You're the man.
Stamp? Oh my god, bro, we are
Stamp is
fumbling right
so-
now.
So Stamp, he's shooting his feet down, but Spear was like, his feet were kind of like curved a little bit.
Yeah, Spear. Yeah, he has his
Yeah.
feet pointed downwards and he's headed together and he used them like a spear, literally. I don't
Yeah.
think there's a
So it's
stamp.
just-
There's a
it's-
stamp Gatling, but there's not a stamp, I think.
There, I remember there being a stamp. There's a stamp. Okay, stamp. Because in One Piece Burning Blood, you're able to jump up and just straight up like kick your feet down, and I think he says stamp. But and my mind is going to Marine 4 when Luffy was facing the 3 admirals and he did
Stamp Gatling against the
Yeah.
He did it against bro, that's the move I recognize. I just can't think of what stamp is. I guess that's hard. But it could be Spear. We could just replace it with Spear if we want to.
That's fine.
If you want to give him
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know why we talked about it this much stuff to just realize that.
Yeah, this is probably gonna end up being the only character we do today with how deep we're going, but that's fine. Keep it pushing.
That's cool, man. That's all that matters, bro.
Yeah. So he'll shoot both feet. So would this be an overhead or a mid?
mid.
I'm trying to picture how he does it. You know what I mean? Like where on the screen would this
Right.
kind of
So
move
is
be
this
used?
like a straight down, diagonal down? Is it like?
I think it would be a diagonal down kind of thing. Because I think at
Yo,
the
maybe
very
it's like a
least,
dive kick.
At
If
the
it hit-
steepest of angles, though.
if it
Not
hit
like a
overhead-
crazy 45-degree angle.
Like he
because
shouldn't
that
be. He
would
shouldn't be.
kinda-
Yeah. So he shouldn't be going like across the screen diagonally, right? It should be.
Yeah, so no
Slightly
45-degree
underneath him,
angle.
right.
I
Yo,
think,
what if?
I think the angle of the move matters behind the answer to this question. What's the intention of the move?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm not thinking about.
What is the intention?
That is a good
Because
question, right?
if the intention of the move is to open people up, then it should hit 45 degrees because that way you can fuzzy people with it. But if the intent of the move is just to
Okay,
deal
I see.
damage, call an assist, and then get a combo after that, then it should just hit at a steeper angle. But it depends on, do we want this to be a move that Luffy can use solo, or do we want this to be a move that Luffy has to depend on an assist to get an extension on? Kind of like Nappa's overhead in Fighters. Like, it's okay to just hit somebody with the overhead, but if you have an assist, then you can, do a lot more with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
By
I guess that
himself
would
or
kind of depend on what the other two moves are for, right? We know Bazooka is just going to be the combo ender, right?
For sure.
I'm looking at Gatling as like as like Gotenks punches, right? So you can just use it.
Yeah,
in a
That's
block
what I'm looking
string and
at.
it's
That's
safe,
what I'm looking at too.
or maybe plus or whatever the case may be. But it's more of like a block string extender, right? So we have the block string extender, we have the combo ender. So I think it's safe
He would
for Spear.
need something to open people up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be safe for Spear to be what you use to open people up, right? You call it
Yeah.
assist, jump Spear or whatever.
So I think it should be at a fucked up angle then.
We're giving Luffy instant overheads. Is that what I'm hearing?
It's not
Yeah.
nowhere though, it's a mid, right?
I thought we were agreed on it being overhead because if he wants to open people up
Wait,
with it, then
actually, you went with the blockchain extender into the combo ender, and then what was what did you see Stamp being after that?
yeah, he needs
no,
something to open people up.
No, but I envisioned you said we were going to use it with, because you said we would use it with assist. So I was envisioning like you do a block string into assist into Spear into some type of mix.
Yeah, I meant a spear. I mean, you could go that way because if you could do it one of two ways, right? Like you could have it spear be the direct overhead, or you can have spear be the mid but leave Luffy airborne so you can get mixed off of it.
That's
but
what
very
I
basic.
so
mix.
what I
like
envisioned
this
it, like you bounce off of it or something, right?
Yeah,
or you like get some
yeah.
airtime off
Yeah.
of it, right? That's what
I
I
fuck with that. I
envisioned.
fuck with that way. I fuck with that way more than it being the overhead itself.
Okay, then yeah, we could do it like that. Have it be the mid but it leaves Luffy airborne.
Alright, I like
Oh,
it.
and what if for Luffy, because you know how like he likes to extend, and then like what if you press the button again and then he's able to like go to where he threw out his move or some shit like that, you know what I mean? And he uses some meter. I don't know. Like he's able to, you get to choose like how like when you're to extend or not with Luffy. I feel like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say?
Not really. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Get to the buck. Yeah, it's kind of hard.
How about,
Are you
I got
saying
it.
that it should be a feint as the EX or?
If you want a follow-up action, there's a character you can kind of reference, Spider-Man. In Marvel 3, he has like a S plus attack button that lets him zip to people, and we know Luffy
Yes,
can grab
exactly.
things.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that a lot. Yeah,
So he
yeah.
like
In terms
zips
of-
towards them with the EX.
Yeah. Well, yeah, either that
So
or
it could be
you
like
can
a
make
two-
that a
so-
whole nother.
Okay, no, I like that. So here, look, Lapeep. So light medium, it's one hit. He just does the spear and then he kind of pops in. He floats in the air for a little bit. You can do mix. The EX is 2 hits. The first hit is the feet, and then the second hit is him snapping towards the feet, and then it still leaves him airborne to do whatever.
Yeah, let's say that puts him in a better position to do mix.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I definitely like it more than it being the overhead by itself, like Goku or Gohan.
Agreed. That'll still be cool if you could.
Yeah. Because Luffy is supposed to be, in your face.
Yeah.
Bouncy, everywhere.
Yeah,
type
and also,
thing.
yeah, exactly. I feel like his it's all should be like more what's the word I'm looking for? Bombastic, I feel like him having an overhead that's an air attack just feels like strange. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing instant overheads like fucking Venom.
Yeah.
That's what I pictured in my head, bro. Like the drill overhead, like holy shit, that's
Yeah.
terrifying, bro. That's not a Luffy move, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, what do y'all think of also just that idea of just straight up in neutral, him having like a zip like Spider-Man? Because I know Luffy. Okay, all right.
No, because if he's already gonna be if he's already gonna have the range, I don't need him to be like, hey, I'm playing for full screen, psych nigga dash and I'm in your face like that. That just sounds
Well,
like.
but I mean
bad.
that's how Luffy fights, though.
I mean, we want
Yeah,
to be
but-
Because when
That
he be
sounds
running
really
around, like I remember Ennie's lobby, he was like zipping everywhere, like he was like, he was Spider-Man-ing it up hardcore.
Yeah.
And even in like one of the recent One Piece games, Odyssey, doesn't he basically, ain't he Spider-Man like that? And
I mean,
But-
technically, yeah, but this is a fighting game, bro. We do something like that, somebody's
no.
gonna find a way to exploit going from range to dash move, and then we still have to factor in assist. So like he could do something really fucked up from like playing like full screen, like Dawson, dash in, call assist, and now 50-50. Like that just doesn't
Well,
sound.
I don't think we're gonna give all his normals like Dawson treatment, right? Like even the most like. Even like when you see Luffy fight, he doesn't, at least post time skip, he's not spamming like, constant
long attacks or
pistol.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like fisticuffing it a lot of times too. Like,
Yeah,
straight up.
but the threat of the like concept is still there because like Luffy's still gonna have a couple range moves. Like
Yeah, I will say I think that in terms of the creative vision, we gotta temper it with the fact that we still want a fighting game that will draw people in and be fun to play, even if you're just there for the fighting game aspect of it, right?
Because we need it to still be catered towards people that play fighting games, but we still need the One Piece fans.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. We need that balance, right? We want it to be a One Piece fighting game, but it is a fighting game at the end of the day.
That's the same. That's the same reason that DBFZ is catered the way that it's catered, because you can still be a green square and play the game for 4 years and not care about all the advanced shit, or there's always ways to get around some of the cheap stuff.
Just call me out, bro. Just call me out. No, I'm playing.
Damn, no.
Yeah, see, we both know you're a blue square. Let's be real.
Damn. But yo, guys, it's pretty late. It's sunset, so I'm gonna break my fast, guys. It's been real. And it seems it's clear we're gonna be doing this for a while, so we're gonna have more episodes. So I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, yo.
All right,
For sure, brother.
Peace out. Appreciate
Much
you.
love. Take it easy.
Later.
No worries, man. Have a good episode, y'all. Take care, guys. Peace.
Peace.
All right, yeah. So let's just finish up Luffy and we can wrap up because I know D3 got to go in a little bit too.
I gotta go in 10 minutes.
So we'll leave the specials like this for now. We can always come back. Let's just try and see if we can get super or supers, right? So he definitely needs a level. He needs at least one level 1, and then he needs the
Red Hawk
super. Red Hawk as
Red Hawk's an easy level 1.
Easy level 1. Okay. Do Red Hawk as a level 1.
You could do Elephant Gatling,
or he could go Gear 4, do Elephant Bazooka, or what is it called? The one he used to finish off Doflamingo. No. He can do
King Kong gun or King Kong something.
What was the one he finished off Kaido? Because Kaido's gonna be in the game. He could do what was it, Bajron gun or something like that.
Oh,
I feel
that's
like
gonna be safe for
probably
Gear
be his
5.
ultimate, right? That probably be his.
Yeah, that would be his ultimate.
Yeah.
No. That would be. You're right. No, they're right. That would be his Gear 5 because we're making gears with the character, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that would have to be a Gear 5 specific thing.
So then we can go with mods. We can have him do King Kong gun that you used to defeat Doflamingo with.
That would be one of his supers or his level 1.
His level 3. Yeah, his level 3. Level 3. I think level 1 is fine
3.
being Red Hawk.
Yeah, level 1 Red Hawk, or if you want, you can also add Elephant Gatling into
Elephant
that as
Gatling
well.
is crazy. Well, I mean, I guess it's a super, right? So we got to think when we're thinking supers, right? So level 1 super specifically, these aren't necessarily going to be like crazy somatics. These are going to be things that either give knockdown or maybe have special properties or something. It's not necessarily just going to be
just
straight damage, right? All the time.
Yeah.
So we said Red Hawk and Elephant Gatling, right? How would this work? I feel like Elephant Gatling could probably be the damage one.
That's the damage one, and then you can mash for more damage.
Yeah, you know what? I like that because we did that with the other Gatling, right? Because we did that with the regular Gatling. I actually like that a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking Mash is gonna love Luffy. Oh, give me that extra damage, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna feel so.
Now that is cool. I can't lie. I mean, mashing on the super. That's cool. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I like that. So that'll be the more damaging level 1 will be Elephant Gatling. So that means Red Hawk should probably have something. You know what I think? It could be like Janemba level 1, where it just carries you to the corner.
Yeah, I'll be cool. Yeah,
I like that.
Right? So you
that gives Luffy an easy way to set up his 50-50.
Yeah.
Spear.
Right? So you carry to the corner, Red Hawk, you hop into spear, assist, and you're mixing.
Yeah. Because especially since Red Hawk was the move that sent Horty like flying to the ship. So I can see
I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, have him just get sent flying to the corner.
Right, I like it how Janemba does it, where it puts the opponent in the corner, but it doesn't put Janemba right in his face in the corner. Right, there's still some space to play neutral, so it's not automatic game over.
I mean, but the kind of game Dragon Ball is, the kind of game this is going to be, it's still going to be a hard situation because you're going to be in the corner and he might still have assists. So it's a situation where it's advantageous for Luffy, but it's not downright like he wins the game. So
you're saying that he should be in his face in the corner when he does it?
No. I'm saying it's good the way it is. If you do it like Janemba does, because there's still chance for them to get out, but he can use this as assist smart to keep them in the corner. Is what I'm saying.
I see what you mean.
Carries opponent to the corner, but Luffy is spaced out from the opponent, right? Okay.
Mhm.
And then I spelled this right. Hello? Did I spell this right? Am I bugging? Do I have the stream? I haven't had the stream up this whole time. Why did y'all ain't say nothing, bro? That's crazy.
Wait, what?
What?
I haven't had the Discord stream up this whole time. Y'all just been sitting in the Twitch chat on a lag.
Yeah, but you spelled it right.
I did spell it right though, right? Okay, so Google is dumb. Copy.
It might be the phrasing.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So we have Red Hawk, we have Elephant Gatling. Do we want a third super? I think that might be enough. I don't think.
I think what we got here is good.
Yeah.
And then King Kong Gung is just max damage super.
Yeah. What was the move? We don't have him going Cobra at all, do we?
I think that's gonna be in Liberation.
Copy. Okay.
That could be something.
And I think Cobra's is coolest looking gear for him, personally.
Cobra. Wait, is that Snake Man?
The Snake Man one, yeah.
Yeah, that could be Liberation, right? He could go between Gear 4 and some of the specials he goes into Cobra, right? To do some of the specials.
And if he does level 3 while in Liberation, then it just turns into Cobra.
Okay, like the Snake Man pull, yeah, okay. Because in Odyssey, that was his final, like that was like his strong move.
Wait, so would all characters have a different super in Liberation mode?
That's all I was thinking.
I think it depends on the character.
Yeah, it could just be like Luffy for right here because we want to cater to the fan service of. It'd be like Super Baby, like Super Baby 2, you know, or like his super kind of it changes with character health, right? Like when when a character dies, the super changes. You don't have to do that here. Just simply when he's in Liberation and he does the same input for level 3, just make that Cobra instead of King Konga.
Cobra is y'all keep saying Cobra and I'm getting confused. Is that the name of the attack or are y'all talking about the form?
The attack, but the form as well. So level 3 he becomes Snake Man, and he does Cobra as a finisher.
The move is just called Cobra?
Hold on, let me look it up.
Is it like Cobra Gun or something, or Cobra Shot?
It's pull. Snake Man attacks. Jet Culver. That's the move.
Okay, that's the move I know. Y'all kept saying Cobra, and I was like, Nefertiti's the Vivi's pops? Like I was confused.
Oh, you on that Wordle? I see you.
Okay, that's literally why I said that shit too. All right, so in using level 3, Luffy becomes Snake Man.
Oh, so I do think that's a good. I think it's a good way, like Liberation. That whenever we do a special on level Liberation or Super, it'll be something different for each character, just to add more to the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
So we have the Gear 4 installment special and using level 3, Luffy becomes Snake Man and uses Jet Cult, and that's his alternate level 3 when he's in Liberation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good for now. I mean, we don't got to get too in depth right now because we can always come back and work on it some more.
This is I'm gonna make this into a separate playlist on our YouTube channel.
Oh, for
that's a good idea.
Yeah, people can just look through it and see. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. Any last adjustments you guys would want to make to Luffy's character?
No, I think that's it for me.
I think I think it's pretty solid.
I definitely want to play Luffy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm about to unplug my cam because my phone's about to die.
Do you think, Rose? Okay, we're about to wrap it up anyway. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this episode. We appreciate you guys, everybody that hung out in the Twitch chat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Big shout out to everybody listening on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcast, Podbean, etc. We appreciate all you guys. Much love. We're gonna try and get into this series a little bit more consistently, especially now that we have a lot of characters, then we know the format that we want to do. We have more characters to work through. We're gonna try and do this more during the break week, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Like Mr. said, we're gonna put all of the fighting game videos into a playlist on YouTube as well, so you guys can easily just look at all the fighting game stuff we've done so far. But yeah, be on the lookout for the next one. I mean, make sure you guys follow the Twitter at Strawhat Sitdown. Do the TikTok the same, Instagram the same. We're on all the social medias, baby. Just follow us. We're everywhere. You feel me? We're all
Yes,
over the
sir.
place.
Yo, we almost 3,000 podcast downloads.
Oh, nice.
We out here, baby. We
Nice.
out here. Big shouts to everybody for showing love, and we appreciate every one of y'all for real. We got a chapter this week, so we will be back on Sunday, regular time, with chapter review. We'll be on the
There's
lookout for that.
spoilers out. Be careful.
Yep.
Be careful of
Avoid those
spoilers.
spoilers, guys. Don't get
Yeah,
caught.
I got spoiled. I got spoiled.
Not like
Oh, no.
this.
Already?
I did
Yeah,
too.
bro.
I'm
The
upset.
man-
Twitter hit me with it. You might like this, and it's a full
Yeah.
chapter. Spoiler.
Well, on our be careful with our Twitter account, the Strawhat Sitdown Twitter account, because you might get notified, and it's gonna for some reason, I don't know why. It's not like we're following the fucking account, but it's fucking spoiled it, bro. I was tight. I was like,
That's tough.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you guys follow us on the platforms. We appreciate it. We'll be back next week with a new episode. And that's about it for us, right?
sir.
Yeah, that's it. So next time, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy, be safe, be healthy. We appreciate you guys, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Take it easy, chat. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, y'all. Later.
Peace.